Okay, Carlos. So
You're,
some guidelines, try to keep this PG-13 for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
oh, okay. That you see, you should have said that beforehand because I went with a whole different mentality. But I got you.
All right.
I thought it was just kicking it, like
So, and I want you to verbally agree. You are being recorded right now. I just want you to consent.
Yes, yeah, we agreed to that. I'm
And
cool with that.
I want you, if you want consent, to be able to post this onto the interwebs.
Uh, yes, we cool.
I,
Everything good.
I.
The
So
fact
today,
that I'm
ladies
here
and
means
gentlemen, we have Carlos Zapata.
you said it
Probably
was so much like no, but yeah.
the last true Aki person in the school that left. So what class were you in, Carlos?
Of 2020.
2020. All right, Carlos. So introduce yourself to everyone.
Uh, when you say everyone, this is for like your YouTube channel specifically, right? Or is it just more of a
It's just general,
okay?
The kids,
Well,
the
my name's
kids,
Carlos.
the Hostos kids.
Oh, like the younger. I feel. My name is Carlos Zapata. Uh, I'm also known by greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the goat. But uh, yeah. Uh, this is mainly for like Hostos legacy type stuff, right? Or
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Hostos legacy.
so I recently to there, and I know y'all not really like actually in the thing. It's more so online. But if you ever see random brawly people working out, I I ain't started, but I definitely contributed to making more people work out.
Mm-hmm,
You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? If y'all ever go to the weight room in the college, shout out my guy Keith. My guy with all the keys, every key
Keymaster.
he mastered.
Isaac did mention you and Riaz and how you would make him work out and find him. You know
Oh
that
yeah.
that was sophomore year
So
for us. Yeah, but that was like what, junior year for you?
uh junior for me, yeah.
Hmm.
So quick like background for that is there's a dude named Riaz. He was 5'6", but he was brolic. Like he was brolic. This man was deadlifting like 300 something. I don't know how. Like he's short, but he just has all the strength. I don't understand. His back is crazy. But so with him, that's a whole like other extra story. We can get into that later if you want. But yeah, we was and let me know if I'm cutting out because it says my connection's unstable. I could just move to a different part of the room.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we were
You,
working out and I'm lagging.
yeah. You. It's back to normal now, but it's like in yellow,
Oh,
yellowish.
okay, okay.
I.
All right, that's fine then. Yeah, I can hear you. That's
That's
important.
what matters. That's what
And this will
matters.
be edited anyway. Yeah. So
Okay.
we were working out and there's two aspects to that. One is just getting stronger generally, you know what I'm saying, getting them gains. And two is combat training. Yeah. So uh I guess like my year specifically had a lot of people joining and I just I was so far behind everybody else when I first started. I just had that in my mind to just keep going and eventually like one of the stronger people. So we decided to just make that like a little like trend. So every year we'd look, I guess, scout for someone to like work out with us. And that happened to be Isaac. And he didn't really have a choice. At first it was optional. That's how we lure you in. You know what I'm saying? We do some light like workout, like some pushes and stuff. And be like, hey, you want to join us? Yeah, sure. And now you're trapped. You know what I'm saying? You've entered a blood contract. You have to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we suckered him into working out with us, and then we just made him work out with us every single day that we worked out.
Mhm.
Uh, my junior year, yeah, especially because we had the same gym period. We'd start with like the warm, that bring Sally up, bring Sally
Yeah, yo,
down.
that shit is.
We
Oh,
yeah. We start with that as a warm up, and then we just do a bunch of different types of workouts. Uh, a lot of experimental stuff, but it worked. So yeah, every day we harass him. If he didn't feel like working out, I'd just go up to him, pick him up, bring him somewhere. We doing this workout. Uh, the hardest part was I remember the combat training. Oh goodness. Um, I have the equipment actually. We're supposed to hand down like the equipment each year, but because of circumstances, I couldn't hand down to Isaac. But so essentially, I have it, but like that's gonna take a while to get. Uh, it's not necessarily kicking pads, but it's like protective gear that goes over your leg. So when you kick something, like you can spar without breaking your bones, essentially. And Riaz would make us kick each other for an entire period, like just shin to shin, just pain. And
Oh,
Isaac kicks hard, man.
Christian? Oh, nah.
To shin.
That's the worst.
We learn how to check kicks. We learn how to, yeah. But anytime like he didn't feel like doing it, we just make him. That was our version of like support. Like it wasn't just to be a jerk. Like I actually did want to see him get better, just as like other people like Bob or you know what I'm saying.
Bob.
Bob the God man.
Chill out, good. Yeah, Riaz was ahead of his time, bro. This man already knew everything before he joined the Marine. All right, so Carlos, so how was your stay in Hostos when you were there?
Say it again.
How was like your time during Hostos?
Uh,
A fond memory.
okay. I remember each year pretty clearly because there was a lot that happened each year. Freshman year, you walk in, you don't know what's going on. It's not a big school; it's a very small school, and I was still confused. I didn't know which hallway went where. I didn't know about room numbers. I was just walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like even even now, I don't really know room numbers. I just know like if you go down this hallway, this teacher is here. That's what you know what I'm saying. Uh, so if I go by year, freshman year, it's like you walk in and you just see because the seniors at the time were beasts. Like they were just genetically different. Everybody was at least 6 feet. Like actually, you go into the weight room and they be doing they just be doing pull ups like yeah. You know what I'm saying for like the whole period. Everybody just brolic. Everybody knows some form of like taekwondo, boxing or something, and I'm just like oh this is real. Like you know what I'm saying. How you see in the movies where like seniors are like everybody's a jock. That's real. So I was like, that's crazy. Um, Freshman year, you're kind of just learning. Like, you don't really count as part of the school. You're just there. Your main focus is just on high school and, like, I guess trying to make friends or just trying to establish yourself somewhere. Sophomore year, you get into the like college program if you do decide to do that. Which, yo,
You're lagging on me, bro.
time especially that's the main thing.
You're back.
I'm lagging on you. I'm into a different part of the room. Hold on. I'll just move to a different part of the room. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, sophomore year, you get introduced to the college program, right? If you decide to take it, which you should, because it saves you time, saves you money. Like for real. It say, and don't fail your sophomore college classes because then you got to repeat it senior year, and you waste time, and your schedule is trash, and you have a 3-hour period of break that's just awkwardly in the middle. But I live like an hour and a half away, so that's going there and coming back. That's trash, right? So I had to just do nothing for 3 hours for my whole senior year. That was terrible. I mean, I worked out, but like that was boring. But so sophomore year, this is when you become familiar. So you start to get familiarized with the college side. You start to be like, okay, these are the buildings, whatever. You understand where Crazy Olympics is. Like you feel that freedom of you get to like go outside and just do whatever you want. I still did that in freshman year, but we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to, but uh yeah. The only bad thing I'd say is your lunch like is non-existent. You don't get a lunch period. You get a 30-minute period to go from the high school to the college. And in that time, you gotta buy a slice or something. Um But I mean, it is worth it though. Sophomore year is probably my favorite year, actually. So sophomore year is probably the best year.
This
A
was
lot of
before the
stories, a lot
transformation.
of like.
This
This
was
was
pre.
before the transformation. This is when I got robbed. I got robbed, and it was still my best year. Like St. Mary's, that's crazy. Pulled up with tasers, but that's front of the time. Um, yeah, sophomore year was like everything bad that could have happened, and it was funny. I feel like sophomore year is the year where you really like start to explore and find out like who you are, so to speak, right? And you just gain random experiences because you just do a bunch of dumb stuff. Uh, like Target, for instance, you know, allegedly, some theoretically, hypothetically, some people might, just go into Target and just take stuff without buying, you know what I'm saying? And it may be upwards of $1,000, but you learn to not get caught. And that's a valuable life lesson, allegedly, right? Uh, uh,
Think
I'm
I'm
not
taking
saying
turn of the
anybody I
word
know
for
has done
good.
this, but I'm just saying like those are some types of things that you can do. Um,
Please don't do it, guys. I'm definitely gonna
yeah,
cut this out.
no, but that's real though.
Okay, okay, let's get to
I
junior
went to
year.
like
Junior year.
I went to like actual games. Like I went to the volleyball team's game, and I enjoyed that. Like it was really cool to see like that aspect. And I
Yeah,
guess like
volleyball.
with the extra freedom, you just it brings your bond closer, and people start to like know you for certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's when you like let's say you join band with Zeppa. You now they see you be like, okay, this dude plays guitar, whatever. Like it's something to that person. Or with Contero, that self defense, something Um, I feel like that's just when you start to get like known for stuff. Junior year, probably gonna be your best year. Like in terms of your schedule, there's a lot of college classes and it's kind of tough or whatever, but it's not as hard as you would think. As long as you just as long as you're not doing like a bunch of extra stuff outside of school and you're you have more of like a normal type of like schedule. Even if you have a like an extra side job, it's still not that bad. Like it's a pretty flexible schedule. You actually have time to like do stuff. Like this is your first like free periods you start to see. Because I remember some people had like Friday schedules where they just have nothing, and they just have like I don't know, they have like one or two classes, and they're gonna put advisory as a class. You don't go to that. That's just to fill up time. Actually, it is just to fill up time because some people like they might be they might I forgot what it's called, but their parents might be like in a program where they need to have a certain amount of hours in school for it to like to count. So they're courteous for that. Um, and then senior year I wasn't fully able to experience because it's supposed to be your best year, and if I didn't mess up uh sophomore year, I would just have 2 periods every day, and not even every day because Fridays I wouldn't have anything. I'd probably just have a bunch of advisory classes, which is nothing. You know what I'm saying? So senior year should be your like easiest year, but I don't know. I feel like the most enjoyable times are like when
You're right in the
stuff
middle.
that seems bad in the present, you look back later and you're like, that was pretty bad at the time, but it's funny now. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say sophomore and junior year, that's your time to like mess up, so to speak, or just do whatever. Of course, try not to fail a class. It's gonna be terrible later on, but I feel like that's your time to just explore stuff for sure.
Okay, guys. So the lesson is live your life, guys. Like I've said before, just enjoy do some dumb things in moderation. Okay, in moderation. Don't overdo it. But it's funny to look back at the things you did. Okay, it's better than sitting on the bench during gym. And you guys know who you guys are. Don't do that. You know. All right, Carlos.
Also, sorry to cut this interview short, but I gotta eat right now.
Oh, you lagging on me.
If you want, we can like do a second part or something later. But My pops just finished cooking, and I'm not letting that get cold. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want, I can even call back in like when I'm done. But
I and I'll just
all right, bro.
add the movies together and then I'll edit
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
We'll just. I'm back. Yeah. Peace, bro.
Peace.